that time when you had told yourself that once you get this raise and you start making more money that you're going to actually get your finances in order, but the money came and you did not do that? We're going to talk about that today. I want you to understand that making more money does not always equal you getting out of debt or getting your finances in order, because it's never about the money. It's all about your habits. We're going to also talk about one of my clients who was able to save $10,000 in 6 months, living in New York, not making six figures. And now when she gets bonuses, she gets to do whatever she wants to do with them. My name is Tiana. I'm the owner of the Rosea Jamise firm, and we get professional Black women out of debt. Now, I understand that it is good to be stingy with your follows, girl, because you don't want everybody popping up on your timeline. But if by the end of the video you feel like we cool enough for you to do that, love for you to hit that like button as well as that subscribe button. Okay, so we were all told, and when I say we, I mean me and you as a Black woman, okay? We were told that go to school, make the money, all the issues disappear. All right. But you're making the money and your money problems are still here. So you got the job, you got the raise, you got the promotion, but you did not actually pay off your debt. And this has nothing to do with willpower. It has nothing to do with you being bad with money. It has nothing to do with any of that. The issue is money came in, but your habits did not change. You are still operating as if you are making minimum wage. You are still operating as if you are struggling. You weren't taught how to manage this level of money. And that's the norm for us. That's not something that we were taught in our community. We're all operating based off of how we saw our parents do things, or the opposite of that, but we still end up in the same places as them because we don't have $10,000 saved up. We are circling through debt every single month. We have minimum payments of over $1,000 something, and that's eating up our check. So when that extra money comes in, we try to find a place for it to go, but it never ever works out how we want it to. So we feel like, oh, well, I need to start making more money because things are becoming more and more expensive. But the thing that you're missing is your habits and your strategy and your system has to actually change in order for you to get to where you want to be financially. Now, I'm not trying to make you feel bad. One thing about me, I have a very judgment-free policy when it comes to my clients and the way that I talk about content and finance on social media. I'm saying all of this with love, but I want you to understand that your discipline is going to be something that you have to work on in order for you to get out of debt. And like I said, this is all being said with love. I'm not trying to make you feel bad. Now, when it comes to your money, you have to tell it exactly where you want it to go. Just throwing money at pieces of debt because you see a balance and you know that something has to go there, that's not strategy at all. That's honestly you panicking because you see that something needs to be paid and you're saying, okay, I'm gonna put this much on this one, this much on this one, and I'm gonna do this right here. And then you're just hoping that as the months go by and you're getting paid, that debt is going to start falling. But because you do not have a solid strategy and a system that actually works for you and your wallet, your pocketbook, is not working out how you want it to. And you've been doing it for so long that you're in a cycle that has to be broken and rebuilt based off of what you are actually trying to achieve. I have a client. She came to us wanting to save $10,000, which is our goal for all of our clients anyways. She wanted to save $10,000. She had been trying to save $10,000 for the past 5 years. And at the end of every year in December, she felt bad for herself. And of course, New Year's resolution, she went after that goal again, but it did not change. The turning point for her was joining our community. And in our community, we taught her step by step, one, what she was not doing. So we were able to analyze her expenses for her in her first month, because first month in our program is 1-to-1. We analyzed all of her expenses and her income and told her with her where all of the leaks were coming in. So once she understood that, we were able to go in and build a system for her. The system is the strategy as well as the plan that we will be following. Now understand, the plan can always change. Pivoting is not a bad thing when it comes to your finances. And that's the thing that we do best. We're never attached to one plan, because when life, things have to be adjusted and you can't be afraid to adjust them. So we were able to work with her on her mindset and understanding that, baby, you got to be unbiased when it comes to your money. Okay. You have to be unbiased. And when you are unbiased, you are able to pivot and get things done without emotion. You have to take the emotion out when it comes to your money. So because of this and our community, she was able to save $10,000 in 6 months. The goal was for her to save $10,000 in 12 months. Girl, she got it done in 6. I was mind blown. I was shook. I said, okay. But I want you to also understand, she did not get a raise during that time. She was making less than, I think she was making like right at $75,000 a year. So I'm going to take it back to the title of this video. You do not need a raise. You need a system, you need a strategy, and you need support. Those are the 3 things that are going to help you get to where you want to be financially, so that when you do get your next raise, you get to do whatever you want to do with her. All right. You can put her up, you can invest her, you can blow her, whatever you want to do. It'll be 100% up to you. But those 3 things are needed. So first, let's talk about the system. Your system is going to be the nucleus of everything. That system is going to tell your money where to go before you even get your check. All right. So on paydays, you are no longer feeling down and out and feeling bad because you have bills that are due. You will know exactly what to do, and you will also know exactly what is left over. Next, let's talk about strategy. Your strategy is custom to your income and your expenses. Your strategy is not going to look like somebody else's strategy. Your strategy is specialized to what you have going on. And you will also know exactly what debt needs to be paid for that paycheck, because that's where your system is. Or you would know how much you need to be saving. But understand that your strategy can change month to month. You have to be able to pivot. All right. And then lastly, support. You are not going to be able to successfully do this by yourself. You've been trying to get out of debt for a while by yourself. And because you are always guilting yourself, because you are feeling shame, because you are embarrassed, when you actually need to take the emotion out, you can't do that because you're feeling down and you're feeling bad, and you push it over to the side and you no longer want to deal with it. That support system is 100% needed. You're probably not even telling your folks that you got debt. And that's not a bad thing, because folks don't need to be in your business, especially if they can't help you. But being able to have a community around you is the thing that's going to get you to where you want to be faster. It is literally a shortcut to being debt free and being financially stable. Okay, let's talk about the budget frameworks. Remember when I said that in your system, you would know exactly what needs to be paid before you actually get paid? This is where that framework comes in. Your framework is going to be very specific to your paychecks. Your framework can change every single month. All right, depending on what you have going on. So if it's a month where you're supposed to be getting ready to start paying for a trip, you will know exactly which check that needs to go under. You will also know what your priorities are for each paycheck. So there are no more late payments. There are no more forgetting to pay bills. Your framework is there to make sure that everything is moving smoothly. Account structure. Let's talk about that. It matters where your money is. I know you probably have your savings automated to go out of your paycheck, right? If you do, how many times throughout the month are you going into your account to grab that money? Because if you are, we got to switch some things around. Your account structure also matters, because that is a part of your system. You need to be able to see what is happening, so when things disappear, you know why and you know where. If you are having to go back and pull money, you know why and you know where, and you can readjust your system as well as your account structure. And then also having your account set up with intention will tell you what you have to spend and what you have to actually keep. That's also very important. You need debt sequencing. The debt that is paid off first matters. There's an order for how you should be paying off your debt. And also understand this. You can pay off debt and save at the same time. It's not a one or the other thing. This goes back to your strategy as well as your system. You should be able to eliminate debt every single month while also putting money away. That also goes back to how your accounts are structured, because you know what is going out and what you actually get to keep. So debt sequencing is also important. This is where you stop just throwing money at debt. There's something that I call panic payments. You no longer have to do that because you know what you need to get done first, and then the order of the other debts that come after that. And then you also know how much you're able to put away each month. Professional financial help is not a luxury. All right. For professional women who have been wanting to get out of debt, this is literally a shortcut. Okay, this is how you get it done in half the amount of time, and you save a lot more money by getting help with your finances. And with all that being said, this is actually why Her Money Confidence was created. Everything starts with you. When you join the community, you will get your welcome call, and then you will get a private call with your money coach to build your system. Okay. So you're not being dropped off in the community or the curriculum to try to figure it out yourself. Your coach is going to build your system for you in your one-to-one call. So that means that your first month, you're going to know exactly what your foundation is. You can give your input. You can say yes, no, maybe so, all of the things, because y'all are working one-to-one to ensure that your foundation is solid for when you actually are in the community and you know exactly what needs to be done next. The foundation is the most important part, and that system is what is being built with your coach. Every Wednesday, you will have a place to go. So we have mindset coaching, we have structured lessons, we have live budgeting calls, and we also have a community open house. So every Wednesday, there is something for us to do, even though we also communicate with our clients on a daily basis. But Wednesdays are our days to actually be in the community and get closer to our goals. The women in the community are professional women just like you. They're not in crisis and they're not starting from zero. They are just tired of leaving money on the table, and they actually want their finances to look like some child. So y'all all have something in common. You also get lifetime access. So whether you decide to pay in full or if you decide to pay on the monthly plan, regardless, once you are finished paying for the community, it's lifetime access. So we're going to be doing the same things, meeting every single Wednesday. You still have access to your private coach. We have our live budgeting calls. We have our mindset calls. We have our structured calls. You also have budget review submissions. So once you and your coach have built your foundation, during our live budgeting calls, they're interactive. So what that means is we will be building our budgets together on a Wednesday out of every single month. While you're building your budget, I will be teaching you live, so you know exactly what you need to be doing for that specific month. Because again, strategy changes month to month. Different months have different things going on, especially if you have kids. You already know. Summertime, going back to school, all the things. Or if you love to travel, girl, sometimes we love a trip, okay? So we need to get all of those things planned out. And with that, once you have completed your budget for the next month, you submit it for review. We give you video feedback, letting you know everything that you need to change, adjust, add, remove. So you're never moving from month to month, just trying to figure it out yourself. So this is a community with that like one-to-one element to it, but you're still in the presence of other women who are trying to achieve the same goals that you have for yourself. Now, I don't think I said this, but since 2023, my clients have paid off over $1.3 million worth of debt. And that number is not a small number, especially for the time period. But they were able to do this because they had a system, they had structure, they knew exactly where every single dollar was going. And they also had community and coaches to help them get to where they wanted to be. Now, Her Money Confidence is open for enrollment. All you have to do is click the link that is in the bio and join us, girl. I don't want you to continue to procrastinate about your finances. That's unnecessary. You've been trying to figure it out for so long by yourself, and you have not been able to do that, which is not a bad thing. But girl, you actually need some help, and it's fine for you to need help. That is literally why this community was created specifically for you. Judgment-free zone. We are here to help you get to where you want to be. Now is the time for you to click the link that is in the description so that you can become the woman that you have been wanting to be, so that you can actually feel it in the first 30 days. It's time, girl. It's time. Her Money Confidence is open for enrollment. Cannot wait to see you there. In the meantime, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.